heard a load of shouting, which was now obviously the attacker. And my brother opened the window even more and he said, "Mate, there's a guy wielding a knife." He goes, "This is it, this is a terrorist attack." And then the guy took off his balaclava, jumped on a car, which I didn't see, which my brother just explained to me. And then our immediate kind of like reaction was, right, let's go and help, if he's wielding a knife. So we went down the escalator, ran out, and you could see all the public on this side of the road, and we were like, where is he? And apparently he said he's ran that way. We could see a little bit of blood, so obviously we knew that he's done something with that knife. So we just ran after him basically, and people were shouting, "He's down that way." And in our heads, we were just saying to each other, right, be careful. And we were asking witnesses, like, I know it's a split second, it was like 200 metres that we chased him, but we were saying, what has he got? Has he just got a knife, or can you see anything else? And it was like, no, it looks like just a knife. So that kind of made us press forward even more, because you can tackle somebody if it's like that and not, if he's got a gun or whatever. So we just went straight over. We got him near a cafe which is down near George Street, and there's one guy already tussling, and we just, we kind of like, everyone just kind of jumped on the guy. We were just on top of him, and he was like detained. There was a knife on the side of the road that we kind of like got away. It was full of blood as well, which was very disturbing. He had blood on his hands, and he was, shouting radical things, which again, I don't want to put my name, or I don't think that the world needs to see that kind of divide, because for me, being a religious guy, I don't think that is religion in any way, from what I know of all the different religions. He was a white guy, 25, curly hair,
yeah.
Clearly out of it, like whether it was adrenaline or whatever, but he just looked like he was just on another planet, mate, is all I can say. We're just there to kind of, without sounding like heroic, like help is the primary driver there. And then afterwards you're like, holy, what have we just done there? Do you know what I mean? Like that was a dangerous thing to do. But honestly, mate, it didn't even enter my head. And I know it definitely with Luke, because Luke was straight in there, and I just analysed the situation. And as a brother, he was my major concern. I was like, Luke, be careful. And he was like, he was just on him, and that was it then.
It was just very surreal, just very, very surreal. Obviously, you hear about this all around the world. You think, obviously we've adopted Australia as our new home. You come to Australia thinking that you get away from stuff like this, and it's just very surreal.
I think we've been fairly lucky in Australia. I mean, now the way that we can pick up media across the world, and I think all the major capitals have had some form of radical extremists from all walks of life, all different religions, and Sydney, is a wonderful city to live in. It's a very, and you pride yourself on. I've got 2 young kids here, and although home, as in England, will always be home, like this is definitely the place that I want to raise my kids. My mum, she's a pessimist, right, and she's always got fear of the fact that her boys are over here. And the amount of times that every time we go home, like Sydney's next, she's always said there's going to be careful. So it sounds weird, but me and my brother, and we talked about this in the office, what would you do in that situation? Like, and we've always said like we'd just help, and that's what happened. So not prepared for it, but kind of like wary of it, and ready to, if anything did happen like that, we'd kind of like, we'd help, and that's what we did.
Have you called your mums yet?
No, mate. They're going to go crazy, aren't they? Yeah, so I'll get my wife to reach out to my mum, and I'm just going to go and chill out and just try and relax.